Welcome to episode 128 of Sport SA Daily Diary. Today we're chatting to Senegalese swimmer Abdoul Niane. Good morning, Abdul. How are you doing today?
I'm good, and you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Thanks for joining us today on Sport SA Daily Diary. It's good to chat to you.
Thank you for the invitation too.
So, Abdul, we find you all the way in Senegal. Am I correct?
Oh no, I live near Monaco in France. It's a French city's name, Roquebrune. It's nearly 10 minutes to Monaco, but I live there since 5 years.
Lovely. Sure, I've been to Monaco a few times. It's certainly a beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, it is a really nice place and different place from other city in the world.
Yeah, I'm sure. And but obviously you originate from Senegal, and you're an Olympic swimmer. But I'm going to get into that. Abdul, tell us a bit about your childhood and growing up. How did you get into swimming?
I started really late to swimming because before I did like football, basketball, and some surfing. And I remember one day with my football team, we went to the pool and joined the swimming team just for during vacation, like practicing. And after that, I decided to stay, train more, and see how I can do. And since that, so I stay with the swimming team.
Because obviously swimming can't be too big in Senegal. You mentioned football, which I know is very popular. Basketball is growing significantly in Senegal and obviously in Africa itself. So what made you sort of want to stay in the pool?
Uh, I think at this time, and it's always the same problem, we had like only one Olympic swimming pool in Senegal. And if you do like other sport and one day you just went to the pool and see different thing, I think it's one of stuff who motivate me to stay and see other sport.
Okay. And Abdul, you swim predominantly freestyle, but you also do a bit of breaststroke. How did you sort of fall into the freestyle stroke itself? Did you try all of them, or tell us a bit about how your sort of swimming career really kicked off?
Now, in the beginning, I was a breaststroker, but I didn't swim really fast. And one day I remember joining the team for the relay and split the fastest time. And since that, the coach told me, oh, why you don't swim 100, 200, and if you want, you can try the 200 free too. So since that, I feel really better with the 50 and 100 free. That's why.
And your first major competition was the 2009 World Champs. How was that, sort of representing your country for the first time on the sort of massive international stage?
My first big competition was in 2008 in Johannesburg African Championship.
That's correct. Sorry, yes, you're correct.
Yeah, before my first World Swimming Championships in Roma. But normally I wasn't supposed to go in Roma. I was in University game in Belgrade. It was like 2 weeks ago. And after that, the federation told me, oh, Belgrade is not really far to Roma. And my teammate was in Paris. So they told me, oh, after Belgrade, you can go with your teammate in Paris like 1 week. And from Paris, you can join the team in Roma for my first World Swimming Championships.
Just sorry, you're 100% right. The 2008 African Champs. You guys actually walked away with the bronze medal in the 100-meter freestyle.
Yeah, we had, and it was my first African medal too, the bronze medal during the relay in South Africa, Johannesburg.
Tell us a bit about that, sort of climbing on the podium in your first major competition, your first African Champs. I mean, that must have been a very special moment for you.
Yeah, it's something you will never ever forget. And the feeling was really great and amazing to share the first medal with my teammate and for the national team. And in the same time, we had like South Africa and Tunisia team, and with all great swimmer during this time. It was really great.
And tell me, did it almost make you a bit of a folk hero in Senegal? Did you guys go back to Senegal after that, and were you
Yeah,
sort of well received?
at this time, one of the team live in Paris and trained there, and all the rest was in Senegal. So we went to back, see the minister for the congratulation, for the medal, for everything we did for the country. It
I mean,
was really awesome.
yeah, it must have been awesome, especially as we mentioned before, the sort of footballers and the basketballers basketballers take the predominant sort of limelight. Now Senegal Swimming was up on the map as well, and you were part of that.
Yeah, we are lucky now. Most of our swimmers live outside to Senegal and have more opportunity to train with good swimmer, good coach. It's not like the same 5-10 years ago, or we had only one or two swimmer outside to Senegal for training, study, and do all big competition. Now we are nearly 7-10 swimmer outside, and we can really build a great and amazing relay team for the next African Championship.
And Abdul, it's not only been the African Champs and the African Games where you have competed. You've been
Yeah.
at the short course World Champs since 2010. As mentioned, you've been at the World Champs since 2009, and you've been there every sort of 4 years. But 2016 was a bit of a special year for you. You went off to the Olympics. Tell us a bit about that. I mean, could you ever imagine as a young man after playing soccer and going to jump in the pool with your team that you would end up at the Olympic Games?
Yeah, for the Olympic 2016, I think I'm really not supposed to go to, because we had at this time a good breaststroker, but he didn't swim fast during all the year, and we were only two who went in the past World Championship. So at the end, the federation decided to select me for the 53 during the Olympic. It was really awesome and the second best memory for me during all my career, because when you are in the Olympic, you woke up. I remember we were in the same building with French delegation. So you woke up, take the elevator, see all the best athletes in France where you live. After that, you walk in the village, cross like Usain Bolt, Rafa, Nadal, and in the restaurant, it's the same. You can see every big athlete around the world, even in the pool and everything. So I think it's really some things you can live only one time during all your life, to meet in the same day nearly all the 10 best athletes around the world in different sports.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is really crazy for people like me who's before be an athlete and a swimmer, a passionate of sport. It's really important for me to
And I
live
mean,
memory.
Abdul, sorry,
Yeah.
did you, I mean, were you like a kid in a candy shop? Were you going to have selfies with all the other sportsmen? Or, I mean, I know that's what I would be doing. How did you actually react when seeing Rafa Nadal and Usain Bolt and all these guys? I mean, it must have been really almost surreal.
Yeah, I was lucky too to stay like 3 weeks in the Olympic. The first week I was like doing step by step, but after the opening ceremony where you talk with everybody's, you can say to a friend, "Hi, can you help me to take a picture?" So I remember when I met Serena Williams during opening ceremony, it will be the same. I come see her and say, "Hi, I'm a big fan. Can we take a picture?" And of course she say, "Yeah, let's do it." After that you can change pins. It's depend the people. So people's like Michael Phelps, who was really busy, I remember one day, so after training before the competition, I was in the bus and Michael Phelps and his coach joined us, and we were like four in the bus from the pool to the village. And yeah, I try and say, "Oh, can we take a picture?" He said yes because we were just in the bus.
I mean, that's pretty amazing. It really is.
Yeah.
Abdul, sort of when you were growing up and getting into swimming, was there somebody that you were looking up to, sort of on the international stage? Because there couldn't have been too many guys in Senegal that were in the position that you were in.
Yeah. When I started in 2004, we had a Senegalese swimmer who had in the same year African medal, Malik Fall. But the first time I see swimming competition was during the Olympic game in 2004. I remember during this competition, South Africa win a gold medal with Showman Lin. And after that, I see a lot Roland Showman during the 100 free hit, semi-final and final. And after 2004, the first big competition I leave was in Senegal too, because Senegal organized the 2006 African Championships. And for me, I didn't swim this competition. I was just volunteer. And living in the pool, see all best African championship in Dakar, Senegal, was for me my biggest motivation to continue swimming. So that's why every time say and repeat to my country, it's really important to Senegal or a lot of country in Africa to organize big competition, because competition like that will motivate people who live and don't have the chance to traveling and go outside, see other sport, help them to be motivated and do something big.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. And just sort of following up on that, Abdul, who's been the most influential person in your career to date?
Sorry, repeat again.
Who's been the most influential person in your career? Who's had the most impact on your swimming career?
Yeah, my first coach in Senegal, Malik Fall, he helped me a lot to train to keep focuses on swimming during some time. Before I went to live and study in France, my coach was Christos. He was the breaststroker French best breaststroker coach. And when I arrived in France, training with Christos and Hugues Dubois, Hugues Dubois was second during 2009 World Championship in 100 breaststroke. He is the French world holder. When I arrived in France, I have training with Christos and was in the same group with Hugues Dubois sometime, but not every day. I think it was really most of important for me to keep in training hard, see everything he did, and it helped me a lot before the Olympic with this mentality.
And I mean, Abdul, we've chatted to a couple of sort of South African swimmers over the last few weeks, and the training schedule of a swimmer, it's quite intense. So there's sort of a lot of training in the morning and then again in the afternoon, and it takes a lot of hours. What do you do away from the swimming pool to try and relax and, you know, chill out a bit? And so what is a day in the life of sort of Abdul look like?
Okay, so since last November, I changed a training group. I went in LA, and I remember I was in the same training group with Calvin Justice from South Africa. And yeah, we have like 6 training in the morning. Every morning we have like 2 hours. But me, I did only 4 swimming training per week. The rest of the time I lift, I do stretching and other sport like running, cycling. But since the virus, when I come back here, I train with the training group 3 times per week. And the rest of the time I swim alone, like nearly 1 hour and a half with a lot of technique, lot of unbracing 50. And yeah, the rest of the time I'm in the gym like 3-4 times per week.
And sort of away from swimming, what else do you do that that you enjoy? What other hobbies do you have?
Outside of swimming, I love like surfing, but where I live, we can't surf a lot. And after that, yeah, reading book, see movie, go outside with friends. Yeah, we have a lot of thing. I have a lot of thing to do here, and I really enjoying the life I live right now.
And Abdul, you mentioned you spend a lot of time with your friends. Are all your friends other athletes, or are they sort of normal Joe like me? And if they are normal Joe, how do they react to you being an Olympian and a big sort of swimming superstar?
A lot of my friend was ex swimmer, or right now all my friend, I'm the only one who is an athlete. So it's sure sometimes it's really different because we don't spend a lot of time together. Sometimes it's like 1 2 times per month. Sometimes I can traveling nearly 3 months. And yeah, every time we went out or we do something, and I say, oh guys, I can't because tomorrow I have practice at 6 a.m. So they really understand it and say, oh okay, don't worry, we can try to make next Saturday, because they know Sunday morning I don't have plan. So yeah, depend. They really understand me. And sometimes they are so proud to say, oh, Abdul, my friend, was in the Olympic. It's funny.
No, I mean it must be amazing. And Abdul, I mean, I've chatted to Graham Hill, and I sort of had a look at some of the pictures of you on the international stage with your tongue out, and you seem to be a very light-hearted, jovial, friendly guy. Um, is that kind of who you are when you get onto the international stage? Does it kind of help you relax before big competition, being so sort of light-hearted and fun and engaging?
Yeah, I think too, it's really important. People like me who have the chance to traveling around the world, see different coach, different swimmer to talk and exchange. And I think the last 5 10 years traveling and people like Graham I met, talking with sport training and everything, helping me to grow and continues to try to swim fast every year. And yeah, this is one of most important part to be an athlete. It is to exchange and talk with other people. It's really, I think it's really not good to stay in your side and just do your stuff.
I agree. You can learn a lot from other athletes, I think. And
Yeah.
Abdul, when you go back to Senegal, do people recognize you if you're walking through the shopping center or whatever? And do they all now come up and ask for selfies with you like you did when you were at the Olympics?
uh, in Senegal, swimming is not really famous like football or basketball, but I know where I live, everybody's know me because it's a small city and village. And yeah, all my friend, all peoples I know, all peoples who live near me can recognize me. But sometimes when I go outside to where I live, some people sometimes hesitate and say, oh, are you Abdul, something like that. It's funny, but swimmer are not really famous like football player and basketball player.
Well, you never know. You may become even more famous. Abdul, obviously, you've been to the Olympics now. 2021 Olympics is obviously on the cards as well. Um,
Yeah.
what does the future hold for Abdul? Where do you see your career going for, and what is it that you would like to achieve?
Yeah, I took a break like for 2 years training to go to training, traveling around the world for the next Olympics. So I remember I was in training camp in LA when they canceled when they postponed the Olympic game. So after that, I'm back at home near Monaco. Uh, I was supposed to go back at work like in September and have a different schedule for the next Olympics. But I will continue to train and do my best to go back to the Olympic and see every year, every month what I can do for me, for swimming, and for my national team, Senegal.
Yeah, and so Abdul, again, just in closing, I think the unique thing about Africa and the African continent is that all countries get behind African participants when they go onto the international stage. You look at
Yeah,
the 2010 World Cup when Ghana sort of progressed so well in the football, the whole African continent was behind them.
yeah,
So I think it's the same at the Olympics. So when you are back there in 2021, know that it's not just Senegal that's behind you, but
no,
there's guys in South Africa, there's guys in Egypt, there's guys in, all over Nigeria, wherever, that are behind you because you're African and we as Africa unite. So it's been great chatting to you today on Sport SA Daily Diary. Good luck for your training. And we
thank you
really look
so
forward
much.
to seeing you at the Olympics next year.
Yeah, I hope so because yeah, we are back in normal life and competition in France will be back in October, November. So yeah, next Monday I will be back to serious practice and I will do all my maximum to go back to the next Olympic. We'll see.
Well, I have no doubt you'll be there. Thanks very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much for the invitation and everything. So see you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye. Look out for tomorrow's episode of Sport SA Daily Diary, where we catch up with 3 young Mozambican sailors making waves in the country.